Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me today with my oracle reading. I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know if this is your first time with me. This is an odd time for me to be on Insight Timer, but it is how my week worked out. Let us know where you're joining from. Say hello. Hello, Sharon, first time. Welcome. I want to say that name right. Oh, hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Is it Andre? First time? Let me know if I'm saying that correctly. Carrie from England, welcome at 6 p.m. where you are. Thanks for joining us this evening. I titled today's oracle reading Mars in Taurus, Mercury in Cancer. And today we are going to talk about how the energies of the planets are shifting from masculine to feminine. Nichelle, hello, and good day, everyone. Nice to see you, Nichelle. So we are moving from lots of fire and air energy, moving into an earth and water feel. So moving from masculine to feminine. We have 6 planets in feminine signs, and we have 3 planets in masculine signs. So let me back up a little bit. All fire signs are of masculine energy, and all air signs are of masculine energy. They tend to come with more action, more ego-based yang energy. And then on the other side, all of the water signs, all of the earth signs are all of feminine energy. So more yin, more receptive energy, more nurturing, slowing down, beautification, those types of energies. So Mars, let's talk about Mars first. Mars has been in Aries, his own sign of rulership, since May 24th. So a month and a half about. Lots of fire going on there. Mars is most at home when he's in Aries. He feels most of his energy strongly in his own sign. So very masculine, very amped up, very passionate, yang, action-oriented. And today we are shifting Mars from all of this fire energy Aries into the earth sign of Taurus. So we have this feminine shift, feeling the yin energy when it comes to Mars is the planet that represents what you fight for and how you fight for it. So the way that you go about, I don't want to say arguing things in your life, but the action that you take might be a little bit more slower paced. You might find yourself having some more patience. Let me mention, Mars will be in Taurus until August 20th. So we have quite some time. We have about a month and a half, 2 months of Mars in Taurus. You might feel yourself having increased stamina. So the ability to sustain a project for a longer amount of time. So you won't find yourself needing to rush through things. Taurus is also the sign that focuses on the physical body. So you may find yourself feeling drawn to pamper yourself a little bit, maybe take that extra long bath or maybe soak in the sun a little bit longer. So the energy of Mercury, Mercury is the planet of thoughts, communication, ideas. Hello, Louisa, welcome. Mercury has been in its own sign of Gemini since June 13th. So we had about 2 weeks of Mercury in Gemini. So I just find it interesting that both of these signs, Mars and Mercury, are moving from their own, these planets are moving from their own signs of rulership into a little bit more feminine energy. So Mercury in Gemini for the last 2 weeks might have had you feeling some racing thoughts, some quick, abrupt thinking, maybe intaking multiple ideas at once, perhaps second guessing yourself. Again, lots of masculine yang energy. Today, Mercury has already moved into Cancer, where he will be until July 19th. So we have another about 2 weeks of our thoughts slowing down into this feminine energy of Cancer. This will allow us to focus more on our emotions. This will bring some heightened intuition. All of the water signs bring a heightened intuition. This will allow us to have some softer communication with others and with yourself, focusing on things that make us feel safe and comfortable. Cancer is the sign of the crab. The archetype is the crab, so wanting to be protected in your own little shell. So perhaps thinking of new ways to protect yourself, protect your family. So just in general, over the next 2 weeks especially, while we have 6 planets in feminine signs and only 3 in masculine signs, we might be feeling a general sense of softness, a slower pace, more receptive to your intuition. So if you are finding yourself trying to push, trying to hustle, trying to force your way through things, this energy in the sky might make it a little bit more difficult for you to accomplish all of these masculine type goals. So I invite you over the next 2 weeks and even moving a little bit farther out, just allow yourself to slow down. Smell the roses. Taurus's archetype is the bull, and the story of Ferdinand the Bull is representative of the whole sign of Taurus. So with Mars in Taurus, Ferdinand the Bull just wants to smell the roses in his pasture, and then one day he sits on a bee on accident and goes mad, and the world thinks that he is this crazy bull. So allow yourself to stop and smell the roses, and maybe push the pause button on all of your goals. Like, this isn't the time to push yourself. You'll find much more resistance if you try to force yourself into doing. So give yourself a much needed break for now. Carrie has a sun in Taurus and a moon in Cancer, so feels very relevant and powerful. So right now, the Mercury and Mars will eventually, over the next 2 weeks to a month, they will be passing over in your natal chart where your sun and your moon lie. So it will feel a little bit more comfortable for you over these next few weeks. Awesome. So now that we got our astrology out of the way, let's pull some oracle cards. Today I'm going to pull from Work Your Light. This felt like a very feminine deck, and I thought it would be a good time to bring in some feminine energy. If this is your first time with me, the way that I run my oracle readings is I do group readings. So I ask you to send your energy into this deck, and I will let Spirit or our guides, I'll let them pull 3 cards for all of us. So at this time, maybe saying hello to your guides, establishing a relationship, letting them know that you feel them, letting them know that they are invited in, thanking them for being here with you, and perhaps tuning into a specific area of your life where you are searching for some guidance, or perhaps asking a direct question to your guides. Welcome, Allison. You always make it just on time. Louisa is a Taurus too. Love that deck. I love this deck as well. And just like you and Carrie, I am also a Taurus. I am an April 27th baby. Good morning, Christine. Welcome. As I'm shuffling these cards, I will let you guys know my first course on Insight Timer is live. I created a 13-day course called Astrology 101, and it outlines the basics of how to interpret astrology. It gives a rundown of the elements of the signs, the modes. We go through each sign, we go through each planet, and we go through some key things to look for when reading your own natal chart. So feel free to give that a look out. I think my cards today are embodying the feminine energy, and they are taking their sweet time to select themselves for us. Christine, I so want to take it. When is it? It is already live on Insight Timer. So if you go into my teacher profile page, under courses, you will find Astrology 101 there. And you may take it at your leisure. All right, guys, we had 4 cards today. So let's see how that goes. Yes, it is recorded, Christine. So the way that I move forward from here, if this is your first time, I will show you the backs of all of the cards, and I invite you to tune into your physical senses because that's where our intuition lies. So all of the cards are going to physically look the same, but I invite you to look for maybe a flash of light that might occur either on the card or in your surroundings. Tune in to see if you might hear something, you might feel a tingle on your skin somewhere, you might smell or taste something. Just tuning into your physical body. And then when a card speaks to you, let us know in the chat which card or even cards may be resonating with you today. So here is the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2, the back of card number 3, and the back of card number 4. Let us know which cards are speaking to you today, and I'll show them one more time in case you need to see them. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2, the back of card number 3, and the back of card number 4. And Johanna is feeling 1, Carrie is feeling card 3, Allison is feeling cards 3 and 4. Hello, Moon. Feeling card 2. All right, let's see what messages are in here today. If card number 1 resonated with you, I've never seen this card before. April Spring 1 and 3 with a question mark. What's that question mark for, April? Christine is working with number 2. All right, guys, card number 1, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another person's part may be to gather women in a circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of the plan. A theme that I'm getting from this card is that there is work for you to do that you are feeling called towards. I feel like this definitely sparked some area of service within you while I was reading this. And it might feel like either a thankless job or it may feel that there is so much work to do and you don't think you're going to see the end of it. But Anna comes to us through this card to let us know that no matter what your part is in this whole plan, where am I going with this? It is of service. It is important. You are one beautiful puzzle piece for this entire puzzle that we call Christ consciousness. No matter what part you play, you are adding to the vibration of the entire universe is raising. You're adding to it just by doing the dutiful work that you do every day. So even though it may seem like it might be difficult to see the end, or you know that the work that you're doing will not come to fruition anytime soon, this is just this is like a message for you to encourage you to keep going. Jennifer is loving this. Johanna, yes. April, spring, there it is. So much work. There is no end. That is the piece that connects. Humanity is always growing and expanding, and we are always learning and experiencing new things. And while it may seem difficult and it may feel like there is no end, that's kind of the point. Right? There's always something new to learn, which means there's always something new to teach to others. If card number 2 resonated with you, you are being called to work with the energy of the Pleiades. Or I guess Pleiades is the place. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. The Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since the near beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission: to grow at a soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest, and so perhaps you have already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence is unique, and your light is needed. So if card number 2 is resonating with you, I feel like this is directly playing off of card number 1. There is some work that you perhaps have been invited to do, or that you feel completely drawn to and you don't really know why. But it sounds like the reason behind all of this work that you are being drawn to or physically being asked to do is so that you can help raise the collective consciousness, to help raise the vibration of everyone and everything on this planet. Jennifer's loving this one. Christine, OMG. Wow. Moon, you are very welcome. Jennifer picked 1 and 2, and wow. So Jennifer, what is your work? Is this clear to you? April, number 1 for me, not about self-growth, feeling like I am stuck in not fulfilling things for myself or others because I can't seem to get out of the work whole. I feel like the energies, like all this feminine energy going through the planets right now, is calling to you, April. The work, I find myself getting stuck in the work hole all of the time, and the more I tune into what my soul truly desires, like I feel like I'm a really lazy person, but I really just have a strong feminine energy in my astrology chart. But like I'm not made to be a workhorse. I'm not designed to put in hours and hours and hours of work every day. So the more I physically try to force myself to do that, to live up to the societal norms, the more exhausted I become and the less beneficial I become to the world. But April especially, tuning into your feminine energy. And even if you are a man, you still have feminine energy within us. There is duality in everybody. So especially right now, the planets are calling us to just slow down, tune into what brings you joy and happiness, surround yourself in beauty and safety. Hairtake Craft is feeling it. Jennifer, yes, I am a writer for kids and have been channeling ancestors and history. Oh, I love it, Jennifer. That's amazing. There are so many little souls coming into this world right now. They are actually not little souls. They are little humans with very large, very wise souls. I truly feel like all of the children that are being born now are just out of this world, and they are here to help humanity in such amazing ways. I can't even put it into words. Before this year, I was a teacher. I worked with middle school kids, and some of the insights that they have are just incredible. And if that's what the future is going to look like, we're in good hands. So Jennifer, that's beautiful that you are helping them remember their human history. April, that is helpful, Jackie. I really appreciate hearing that. You're so welcome. Sometimes we just need permission. It's okay to give yourself permission to do what you like to do. All right, everyone. If card number 3 resonated with you, you are being called to your soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. It is time to call in your soul family and support team. People who get you at soul level. People who are the same kind of weird as you. People who are your chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for you. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. But in order for them to find you and recognize you when they do, it's important that you stop dimming your light and truly let yourself be seen. If you have already found them, then you are being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as a therapist, coach, mentor, or healer. Tune into what kind of support you need now. I find it very interesting that right before this card was pulled, April was connecting with Jennifer. She's a child, teen, family mental health therapist, and there are so many bibliotherapy books that are in need of this world. Check that out. Like how timely. That's crazy. That message came through as soon as I held this card up to the screen. Oh, April, this is the card with the strongest pull. And you were led to take the action and send the message right before. So everyone else, if card number 3 resonated with you, your soul family is here to support you. If you have found them, embracing them and asking yourself, asking your guides, asking your spirit team how your soul team can, your soul family, how they can support you, and allowing yourself to receive that support. This is another, every energy has a high expression and a low expression. The highest expression of feminine energy is accepting, right? Yin, bringing in. The lower expression of feminine energy is overgiving and doing too much. So, how many of us are guilty of overdoing and not accepting as much as we deserve? So in this time of going from masculine energy to feminine energy, take time to ask what your soul family can do for you. How can you be nourished by those around you who want to support you? If you are still looking for your soul family, don't dim your light. You have to be your true authentic self if you want your soul family to come and find you, because it is your authentic self that your soul family is here to serve. It's not the mask that you put on to try to fit in with everybody else or try to be a person for somebody else. That egoic version of yourself is not what's going to be nourished by a soul family. It is all of the parts within you that you may feel self-conscious about. It's your shadow self that you aren't willing to look at just yet. Once you let that part of yourself shine to the world, your soul family comes in like a lightning bolt. And they just want to help you through all of these seemingly dark parts of your life, parts of yourself. Carrie, this is so true for me. I have said I need to find my people. Beautiful to trust in this guidance. I love it. My question before they were pulled was, how do I connect and be in the feminine? I love it. Sharon, can you repeat the first part of giving too much? Absolutely. So every energy that there is in this world has a high expression and a low expression. A high expression meaning you are using the energy to its highest good. The low expression means taking the energy and not really using it as effectively, but it's still a part of this type of energy. Feminine energy. When we think of yin and yang, yin is receiving, yang is giving. Yin is feminine. So the higher expression of feminine energy is taking in, accepting, allowing support. That's what divine feminine energy is all about. The lower expression of feminine energy, which we find a lot in our society because we have been conditioned away from this divine feminine. And well, I was just reading Eckhart Tolle book before this, and I got very emotional about all this feminine energy stuff. But the lower expression of feminine energy is overgiving, doing too much, coddling, right? It's okay as a woman to nurture. Well, let me take that back. Everything is okay. The higher expression of feminine energy is nurturing and compassionate. The lower expression of feminine energy is giving from a place of self-defeat. Giving so that you feel worthy of yourself. I hope that makes sense. Allison, this is a nice reassurance that I needed. April, allowing nourishing, allowing the inner light to shine. So beautiful. Exactly what I needed to hear today, as always, Jacqui. April, I love that you are listening to your guides so much. They always bring you to the right place at the right time. April, Carrie, I got a similar card 2 weeks ago, and I took a risk and went to an event that showed up in my email that same day. I remember that. It was magical. Follow your intuition, Carrie, and you will be opening to your tribe. I love it. Thanks for sharing, April. All right. We had 4 cards today, so if card 4 resonated with you, you are being called to Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Lemuria, or Mu, is one of Earth's lost lands, where heaven really was a place on earth. A time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us, and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. Perhaps you are part of the transition team who, at soul level, are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It's closer than you think. You may be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that this is possible, and while at times it may feel like you are alone, you truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of this ancient lost land, and even Lemuria crystals that hold the codes of remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you are doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. Card number 4 resonated with you guys. Thank you. Thank you for playing your part and helping to bring heaven back to earth. It is a place that exists. I truly believe that. It is, I believe, a different dimension. We currently live in a 3-dimensional reality, which is very dense and controlled and low vibration. And as we do our own inner work, we raise the vibration of everything around us, thus bringing everyone up to a higher dimension where we will return to heaven on earth. Man, if I would have heard myself say those words 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I would have thought I was a nut. But that's all part of the journey, right? Sharon, you are so very welcome. Christine, so good. I love it. I love it. I will throw a recap of these cards in our spiritual community. It is the group that I have here on Insight Timer. Every day after my oracle readings, I put a recap of the reading in our spiritual community. So if you ever miss one of my readings, or if you need some time just to chew on everything we talked about, you can join us there. It's also a place where I invite you all to share the meditations that you're finding on Insight Timer, to share any spiritual experiences you have with us. It really is a spiritual community. So I invite you to join our soul family. While you are in my Insight Timer teacher profile, if you haven't yet followed me, feel free to click the follow button so you can stay updated when I post my live events. I am kind of all over the place right now. My schedule is up in the air, like exploding. So give me a follow so you can stay updated. If you have been, if you've been enjoying today's session, you might choose to support me with a donation, which are always very much appreciated. And if you would like to work one-on-one with me, either for readings or for healing, you can find my website on my Insight Timer profile as well. So we will now transition into the Reiki energy transmission portion of today's event. So if this is your first time, I will explain the process and then we'll go into it. So I will talk you through a grounding meditation. So I invite you to come into a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. After this grounding meditation, I will transmit Reiki energy for a few minutes while I remain silent, and then I will talk you out of the meditation and we will wrap it all up. So finding yourself now into a comfortable position, feathering your nest, making any micro adjustments needed, allowing yourself to completely relax. On an exhale, allowing your eyes to float closed and keeping the breath deep. Feeling into all of the contact points you have with the surface beneath you. Feeling the weight of your body being effortlessly supported by Mother Earth. And just for a moment, bringing all of your awareness directly above the crown of your head in an egg-shaped white orb of light. Aiming to separate your awareness from your physical body. Viewing life from your eagle's perch. And And now acting as the curious observer, as the egg of awareness cracks on the crown of your head, very slowly flowing down all sides of your face, down the back of your head, over the temples, your ears, your forehead, eyebrows, eyelids and eyelashes, dripping off your nose, your cheeks, your lips, flowing further down the back of your head, dripping off the jaw and the chin, flowing down all sides of the neck, running off the shoulders, flowing your awareness down the upper arms, passing over the elbows, down to the forearms, and coming out into the wrists, the hands, and into each finger. Bringing all of your awareness up to your chest. Pausing here for a moment, tuning into the beating of your heart. Noticing the ribs expand and contract with the breath. Slowly scanning down the front side of your body. Flowing further down into the belly. Feeling into the organs resting behind the abdomen. And noticing how the breath causes the belly to rise and fall. Flowing further down now into the pelvic floor. And now bringing all of your awareness to your upper back. Slowly flowing down the back side of your body, passing over the shoulder blades, weaving in and out the backs of the ribs, flowing down the mid-back, the lower back, coming down to the glutes, flowing your attention down the upper legs, passing over the knees, down to the lower legs, passing over the ankles, to the tops of the feet, into each toe, down to the soles of your feet. Breathing deeply as you feel into your entire body. Spreading your awareness to every square inch of your body at once. Beginning to imagine roots growing down from each contact point you have with the surface beneath you. Watching as these roots travel down into Mother Earth, pushing through the soil, digging deeper and digging wider, firmly grounding yourself into Mother Earth. And welcoming in your guides and angels for any assistance they may have to offer at this time. Allowing permission for the Reiki energy to be received by intending to completely surrender to this Reiki energy as it nourishes your highest good. Bringing your focus now back inside of your body, allowing your thoughts to flutter away as you receive this precious gift of time for yourself. Allow yourself to be fully present within your body, noticing anything that may rise to the surface as I keep track of the time. Returning your focus to your breath. And feeling into the weight of your body resting in space. Imagine a brilliant, glowing ball of milky white light in the center of your chest. And this warm ball of light surrounds your entire heart. On each inhale, this light becomes brighter and more vibrant. And on the exhale, the ball begins to grow in every direction throughout your body. Inhaling as the light shines brighter, and exhaling as the ball grows larger and larger until it encompasses your entire body. The milky white light slowly fades away as the connection to this Reiki energy transmission closes, allowing you to return home to yourself. And taking the time now to send gratitude to your guides and angels, and listening in to receive any last messages. And slowly beginning to bring some movement back to your body, wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling the wrists and ankles, and stretching out the body in any way it's calling you to. And perhaps bringing the palms of your hands together, rubbing them back and forth, creating friction, creating heat. And cupping the warm palms over the eyes, and blinking your eyes open, allowing the light to peek in through the cracks as you slowly bring yourself back to this physical body. Thank you so much for joining me today. Love to all. Namaste. The general message of today's reading is strong. Continue to do the energetic work that you are being pulled to do. Trust your intuition and you will recognize how much of that work is being channeled through you. Your soul family is here for you. Allow them to support you. And if you have not yet found your soul family, live your authentic life and your soul tribe will come in to find you. And through doing all of this work, we are creating heaven on earth because it does exist. We just seem to have forgotten. April, thank you kindly for your donation. If you have enjoyed today's session, you might choose to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation. If you would like to work one-on-one with me for healing or for readings, you can find my personal website on my Insight Timer profile. You can also give me a follow on Insight Timer if you have not done so already, so you can stay updated when I post new classes. And if you'd like to join my group, it is called Our Spiritual Community. I will post an update of today's oracle reading in the group when I have a minute in my busy schedule. And I always post updates of our readings in the group in case you miss one or if you need some extra time to digest everything that we've talked about. When am I here next? I don't think I'm here until Monday. I've been blowing up with clients lately, so that is bittersweet. I do really enjoy my time here on Insight Timer, and I try to make an appearance here as often as I can. I love connecting with my community here. But I will be back on Monday morning at 8:15 Central Time. Lynn, thank you for review and YouTube recordings. You're welcome, Lynn. I do also record these sessions and I put them on my YouTube channel. So you can find my YouTube channel under Lakeside Living. That's the name of my personal business. So that is the channel where I upload all of these to YouTube in case you want to fully listen to the recording again. For a while I was having issues with my recording software, so strangely sometimes only the Reiki transmission would get cut off for reasons I can't put into words, but it was a very strange occurrence. So I switched to my recording software, and now the full transmissions go up on YouTube as well. So thank you all very much for joining me. I hope to see you very soon. I will be back on Monday, but feel free to join our spiritual community to connect with all of us for the days that I am not live. Love to all. Enjoy your feminine energies. Namaste. Take care. I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.